Season 7 of the SFLm starts here in New Mexico. The two-time defending and three-time all-time champion Albuquerque Adams are ready for their first matchup of the new campaign as they welcome in the Lincoln Rattlesnakes. Good evening, folks. I'm Tyler Falk, and let me do a quick double check here. In a bit of a role reversal from the quarterfinals this past weekend, I am joined by the league commissioner himself, Cameron Irvine in the booth. Cam, thanks for hosting me at SFL headquarters last weekend, and how are we doing tonight?
We're doing great, Tyler. Ready to play Robin to your Batman, ready to watch Albuquerque raise another banner in their stadium, and really interested to see what Kenny Slider, a much improved Kenny Slider, and these Lincoln Rattlesnakes have tonight as well.
Cam, the Albuquerque Adams are a beast at home. We were talking about them during pregame. They have won 9 straight at home, looking for win number 10. That goes all the way back to Season 5, Week 3. You mentioned Kenny Slider and Logan Lee, two of the longest tenured minor leaguers in the minor league, as they will get set to write another chapter in their history, as it's the Adams who will kick off two of the Rattlesnakes to begin matters here in Season 7 of the SFLm, as here we go! Welcome back, SFL Minor League! And here come the Rattlesnakes on the return. They'll get the ball first as the return man gets destroyed at the 21-yard line. That is wide receiver Bob, check that, not Bob Wood, that's Joe Idle on the return. I'm still getting mixed up. So many new names, new faces to get to. That's Caleb Giffis on the return for Lincoln. And that will see us introduce Kenny Slider in his 5th minor league season, all spent with the Lincoln franchise. That goes all the way back to the Salt Lake City Rustler days, as he's back to pass. He flips it out to the aforementioned Logan Lee on the right-hand side. And he will get a nice little burst of speed and pick up an early first down.
And we love seeing all these new names, but we also are interested and excited about seeing, some names that are much improved that we haven't seen since they were left at the altar on draft night, and seeing how they've improved and grown, like Kenny Slider, like Logan Lee, going to be a fun one.
And being the former OC in Lincoln, I have a soft spot for those two boys. I've spent a lot of time with them in the locker room before I stepped being their OC. It's good to see them back on the field once again here this season, as Lee gets another carry up the middle. He is stopped up the gut by the middle linebacker, Jason Kearney. As we introduce you to the rest of that Lincoln offense, we've of course mentioned Slider, the quarterback, and Lee, the halfback. Wide receivers are Timothy Mossam King, John Fullerton, and Caleb Giffis. And the tight end is Navante Richardson. Pass near side is caught by the wide receiver. He will spin up field, and that will be a first down for the two-way player out of Fort Worth. That's John Fullerton up to the 45-yard line.
And I'm looking forward to seeing Slider's weapons here tonight. Giffis returning the kickoff. Timothy Mossam King, a big one, 6'6", 226 on the outside as well. And Fullerton getting some more reps. He's got a big game just one state over tomorrow night.
They're going to play Arizona in a very tough 1-4 matchup. As Slider is hit in the backfield. Down he goes for an early sack as the Adams get home. Tim House has been a stalwart here in Albuquerque, and he sent the house blitz. Gets to the quarterback.
Whose house? Their house. Lime green everywhere here on championship banner night, and that is a great start for the Albuquerque defense.
After losing 8 yards, Lincoln's going to come out with a 4-wide receiver set here on second down. 4-man blitz. Pass dumped off over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for Giffis. It'll be third and a country mile coming up.
Nice break up there by Albuquerque's defense. That's Jason Kearney in the middle. But Giffis shaking off the butterflies. All these players have been waiting quite a long time to hit the field. And you may see some nerves early on in this one for sure, especially on the Lincoln side, being on the road in this hostile environment.
And especially as the coaching staff is from Atlanta, a.k.a. the number 1 seed here in the playoffs. A Slider, deep shot, middle, most hot. Great pass from Slider. Mossam King couldn't moss the defender that time, and it falls incomplete.
Slider put under some extreme heat, and Lincoln's going to end up having to kick it away. I don't know if you noticed the team staff here for Lincoln, Tyler, but it's I think it's the largest staff in SFL history, let alone SFLm history. This team is committed and devoted to winning, but it didn't come together on that first drive.
Whole lot of scouts. Gunny McGuire, Skippy Curtis, to name a couple of them, as the fair catch is hauled in by Bob Wood, another rookie here in the minor league. Gussie's punt's a good one, and that's where the defending champion Albuquerque Adams quarterback Ty Patak will start his first drive of season 7 at his own 26. He spent 3 seasons in the SFLm. He has amassed 26 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, and just over 5,000 passing yards in that time frame. So he will look to pass. His first play is a good one over the middle. That'll pick up about 6 to Thomas Leclerc, the Canadian, for about 5 yards. And let's introduce the rest of the Adams offense. Of course, we mentioned Patak. The tailback is Josh Slapp in his 3rd season here in the minor league and with the Adams. Joe Idle, Bob Wood, and Sam Harrison are the wideouts. And we just met Thomas Leclerc at tight end. His partner, also at tight end, is Major Camp. That's the Albuquerque Adams offense to start season 7. They go with a run for Slapp up the middle, only a yard gain on the play, as the Adams have to quickly go back to the line. It's quickly 3rd down. 2-shot drop, wide open receiver near side is Harrison. Defense completely backed off, and we keep going in the hurry-up.
Man, you think Albuquerque's brimming with confidence here tonight? They're ready to go.
Go with another run for Slapp, and the run play out of this formation hasn't worked so well. Only 2 yards on 2 attempts. They go back to the line on 2nd and 9. They run it again, maybe hoping for better success, and they find the same exact results. No gain this time. Back to the line, they might have to go back to that passing play. Defense is all out of sorts. One man, about 10 men deep in the offensive backfield. He has to quickly back to his safety spot, and that'll give time for Tack to look over the defense once more. Under pressure, looking left-hand side. It is caught, but well short of the line to gain about 4 yards. Joe Idle with his first reception of his career, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes, Tyler, you release a new product like Mountain Dew's Bomb Pop knockoff, and it's a huge hit. And then other times you get that. And that didn't go exactly the way that the Adams were looking for. They'll have to punt it away.
Mountain Dew unsponsored. Summer Freeze, one of my new favorite drinks at the moment, as it brings up 4th down. Out comes Ralph Bennington. Looking to punt this one away. 2 drives, 2 punts, 1 from either side to begin the ballgame. It's a deep punt. It's going to bounce inside the 5, but corralled and knocked into the back of the end zone, down for a touchback. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, it's football for everyone. Back to pass is Slider looking for another deep shot over the middle. This time it's picked off. Good interception over the middle. Alex Marshall, who did a little bit of scouting for Atlanta during the regular season in Season 20, gets his first interception of Season 7 here in the minors.
Alex Marshall's going to be a really high draft pick wherever he goes this offseason. He has been all over the movement this summer for the SFL. He's been all over the pros scouting, and he's all over that pass from Kenny Slider, the Adams defense, with the first takeaway of the night.
Potential number 1 overall draft pick coming from myself, or a.k.a. Mike Ryan, a former number 1 overall draft pick. We'll have to see. Dump off near side, goes for Slapp. He gains nothing as he is corralled by Zachary Hamburger and company. And let's meet that Lincoln defense, shall we? Anthony Robertson and Brookie Barr man the outside line positions on the defensive side of the football, with middle linebacker Dimitri Monzuma at the inside linebacker spot. Corners are Antoine Joe and Zachary Hamburger, and safeties are Vernon Brothers, Luke Swift, and Elliot Harrison. Pass near side, caught wide open, and that is how the Albuquerque Adams get on the board It's like they never left.
Holy moly. I mean, if that is not an executed to perfection fade from Sam Harrison, it looks like they installed that one the first day of practice. They said, okay, Sam, we got to get you to the outside, and we got to get you running fast. 6 foot, 195. He's going to be a burner and type attack all over it for his first touchdown of the season. Going back to his career numbers in the minors, Tyler, a positive touchdown to interception ratio in the minors. I mean, that's crazy good around here, and that makes him a pretty high-valued pick as well.
You don't find that often. You said it, partner. And Kenny Slider, he's got a fantastic career milestone himself, but Patak's only been here for 3 seasons, Cam, and yet he's shown leadership to lead the Adams back-to-back championships, looking for number 3 to maybe close out his SFLm career. As we get set for kickoff once again, getting close to the halfway point in the first quarter. Glad you could join us here in New Mexico. If you're liking the game, go ahead, leave a comment, hit the like button, and share the SFL with your friends and family as the return from Lincoln by Griffiths gets up to the 21-yard line. And big note about Griffiths, Cam and Irvine, is he is one of 2 players on display tonight that have updated their player bio at the new SFL website at simulationfl.net. And one thing I found out about Caleb is we're kinsmen. He's also from Minnesota. And so I'm going to be reaching out to Griffiths to figure out where in the heck is Caleb Griffiths from, because we need to connect, my friend. Pass right side. That is caught by Mossam King. He catches that pass. That's a gain of 5 yards.
And I can't wait to learn more about this kicker from Albuquerque, James Humphreys, too. He's going to be a big part. Of course, Mickey Melillo, the most famous Albuquerque kicker, has gone on to do great things with Minnesota, as you were mentioning Minnesota, and I'll get to the rest of my point here after this next play.
3 wide receivers, bump coverage here from Albuquerque. They send 4, flip out right side Lee. He got set of a tackle, gets a block, spins out of another one. Still going is Logan Lee to the 47-yard line.
Humphreys, you got to wait, because Logan Lee is putting in work. I remember when this guy, wasn't he in Salt Lake back in the day? I mean, he is ready for an SFL debut. And when you talk about all the different ways to get players involved coming up in season 21, I can't wait to see what team ends up scooping up Logan Lee and putting him out there, out beyond the numbers and watching him work. That was just a terrific veteran play here by an SFLm great.
Lee and Slider went from Salt Lake. They traveled with the team when the team switched from Salt Lake after Ross Napoli became an owner with Louisiana. They jump over to Lincoln after Mike All and a few others take control of this SFL minor league franchise, and that's why the Lincoln Rattlesnakes are back in. Fullerton with the catch. That's a pickup of 9.
Okay, so back to Humphreys, right? He's going to be important because kickers are valuable in SFLm. We have another kicker making their debut tonight. That's Luis Monsieur. Over in the Annapolis-Madison game. He missed his first 2 kicks of the night, but made his 3rd. Always good to see kickers getting love.
He showing impeccable patience there as he had to wait behind his own offensive linemen who were providing a block. He scoots out of the right-hand side, picks up another Lincoln first down.
So you see from the last possession, Kenny Slider was letting it rip down the field, resulted in the Alex Marshall interception, and so they said, okay, we need to slow some things down a bit, get our offense moving. And that time, Logan Lee running behind his fullback, John McCool, making first downs happen for the Rattlesnakes.
4 wide receivers here with just over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Slider has time, looks near side, and he has enough time to connect with Fullerton near sideline. That moves the chains again.
John Fullerton is amping me up for tomorrow night's semifinal. This guy looks great. Good block there on the right side of the line to help give Slider some extra time. Good, nice open field tackle from Devias Gordon as well at the end of the play. But John Fullerton open in all sorts of different ways here in the first quarter.
So Lincoln trots back to the line. 3:50 to go now after the reception to Fullerton. Out again, this time right side. It's Griffiths with the 7-yard pickup to the 14-yard line. And let's introduce you to the Albuquerque Adams defense while we have a moment. Evan Miller leads the men in the trenches on the defensive line. He's at the left defensive end spot. On the outside linebacker spots for Albuquerque, it's Jesus Smith and Luis Quintana. Corner, it's Tavius Gordon and Jaduvi Du at corner. Safeties are Alex Marshall and Melodious Manning. Pass right side. Inside the 5 is caught at the 4-yard line. That's your defensive starters for Albuquerque as it's 1st and goal, Lincoln.
Devontae Richardson with the catch. And how about this? Way to take the crowd away from the game. You get that opening big touchdown. The crowd's roaring about the championship banner celebration. And Lincoln has quietly put together a really nice drive to quiet the momentum here in New Mexico.
Line eye, power eye here for Lincoln. Pass middle and out of the hands of Fullerton. He looked so good early on the drive, but just couldn't hold it on with all the pressure draped all over him.
That was an Arizona Scorpions special. I think they ran that play for a touchdown a couple times down inside the 5-yard line in the last couple of weeks of the regular season, but Fullerton just couldn't quite squeeze it. Good news, they have 2 more chances.
So they add an extra wide receiver here in a short yardage situation. They go to a traditional eye. They try and run a trap to the right-hand side. Nothing doing as the linebackers and defensive linemen get home at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
It's not going to make the box score, but Jesus Smith on a linebacker blitz coming off that right side really blew up that entire play and dropped Lee in the backfield, putting more pressure back on Kenny Slider with a goal line defensive look single high.
Same formation for both sides. Slider doesn't like what he sees and changes the play at the line of scrimmage. They go up the middle with Lee, nothing doing. Again, Adams get home, and it's Kearney again, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
Kearney playing well. Albuquerque a little thin in the trenches at linebacker. They have no defensive tackles, no inside linebackers draft eligible right now, and so that leaves them susceptible inside, but a tremendous job by the coaching staff to get this team ready and give Lee nothing on 3rd and goal from the 4 despite all of that.
20-yard chip shot from Jordan Shaw is good. That's now cuts it into just a 4-point deficit for Lincoln. It's 7-3. Visit the all-new league website presented by Football Shift at simulationfl.net, featuring all the league highlights, photo galleries, playoff and minor league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more. The all-new league website, simulationfl.net. And on the return once more comes Bob Wood. He is sandwiched at the 24-yard line, and that is where the Adams will take over after the Sam Harrison lengthy touchdown grab in which he looked all alone deep down the near sideline. Hopefully, Lincoln is able to contain that this time around.
Rookies will have photo galleries from all of tonight's games on the website afterwards, and a recap of all the action from tonight as well. Football Shift, an amazing partner heading into next season.
Already heard and seen so many good things from Football Shift in their early goings in our partnership with them. Cannot thank them enough as the pass over the middle is incomplete. Looked like to be in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
Yeah, and Ty, doing the veteran move, just trying to get a flag called. He probably knew it wasn't pass interference, but maybe if he yells enough in the first quarter, he'll get something called later on.
Trying to be old Tom Brady here after winning a couple championships. 2nd and 10. Offset eye behind Patak with 2 wideouts on either side. 8 men in the box, and they'll try and run against it. Great blocking downfield, and here comes Slap sprung free. It's a foot race down the near sideline. 15, 10, 5, Slap! 76-yard touchdown, Adams!
Man, the blocking on that play had Josh Slap running in a public park. I mean, no one even gets near him. Boom, boom, boom. Hat on a hat on a hat. Thomas LeClaire, the tight end, clearing out that right side towards the end of that play. And, yeah, nobody's fast enough to catch Slap. That is another boom touchdown for the Adams. 2 plays, 2 scores. Otherwise, Lincoln's won the football game, but the explosive plays are going Albuquerque's direction, and that's the difference so far.
There's a reason why they're called the Adams, Mr. Irvine. It's because they can make boom plays like that. Here's the extra point from James Humphreys. It is up and good. 2 for 2 on those tonight. And it's now an 11-point lead here for the Adams. And you mentioned LeClaire, Mr. Irvine. And we talked a little bit about Giffus and his bio, but Thomas LeClaire is the other player who has the bio. And it just goes you the versatility of what you can do if you submit a bio in our Discord for your player or for yourself. Is LeClaire has taken a full embrace of, if you will, into the storytelling of a player. We'll talk about that here in just a second as the return from Giffus gets up to the 24-yard line. Back to LeClaire. He has now told a brief story about LeClaire catching eyes during his time at Virginia Tech as a player and now joining the Adams. It just goes to show you what you can do with yourself, with your player. You can go the IRL route or go the in-game player route. It's all up to you. Create your bio today so that we can learn more about you and your style here in the SFL. Logan Lee this time goes backwards. It's a loss of 3 as the Adams get home. Minute to go here in the first quarter.
And I personally, Tyler, like to learn about the person behind the player, just with my background in sports media. But if you're, a lot of players that are relatively new to the community, they want to put the focus on their digital avatar, and that's okay too.
Either way is okay. 2nd and 13. Slider going to have to throw it. He's hit as he throws, and the wobbler nearly finds a target. Also nearly finds a one-handed outstretched Tobias Gordon playing cornerback. It falls incomplete.
Somewhere, Tyler, Stephen Hacker is saying, get this man out of this game. He got creamed. John Fullerton just absolutely nailed there by Gordon. And that was a scary-looking play as a Slider took a big shot as well.
Playing double duty like you're playing triple duty tonight, calling a game and producing both of them. Pass over the middle, it is caught well short of the marker. It'll be another punt for Lincoln as this has to be said, Adams coverage on par on that drive.
This Lincoln team has a lot of spirit. They have a lot of positive energy around this organization, but the positive energy in this stadium with the 2-time defending champs, the 3-time SFLm champions, they've won 50% of the titles. It is tough sledding so far tonight for Lincoln and a tough assignment on opening night.
Gussie punts it away and a little to no gain on the return from Wood. And mentioned another banner raising. There's talk when Eddie had to play Baltimore in season 19 when Baltimore raised yet another banner. Always tough playing against the defending champion as we hit the first quarter break. Adams 14, Rattlesnakes 3. You're watching the SFL Minor League right here on YouTube. Stay with us. Tyler Falk in the booth alongside SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine, who is also producing our game tonight. Thank you so much for joining us here from Albuquerque, New Mexico, as Slap gets the call out of the quarter break. He picks up 5. Well, meanwhile, over in Annapolis, Maryland, that game's gone to halftime, and it's a much low-scoring affair compared to ours here, Cam. 3-0 is the score at half with Annapolis with that lead.
The 4 teams in the early window produced over 300 yards of total offense each. Madison with just 74 yards in the first half. They are struggling in a low-scoring window.
Quick drop here from Batak, fires it near side. That is caught by Idle. He'll turn upfield and get a nice Adam first down at the Lincoln side of the field.
Albuquerque continues to move the football. Ty Batak getting his new targets. The football, 6'3", 195, is Idle, the tallest of this wide receiver group. Watch for Bob Wood, 5'10", 185, shifty inside.
1st and 10, handoff, slap up the middle, and there was nowhere to go. We've talked about maybe a pack of bears with Tacoma, but what do you call a den of snakes? That was just nowhere to run for slap there on that play.
I think you got it. I think you just nailed it. I think that, well, I guess it's a snake pit, but den's good too.
That'll get the Indianapolis Rambler fan base their ears on a swivel there after hearing snake pit. Run up the middle on that play, goes only for about a yard. And to the 45-yard line, good stop up the middle by Fred Carson, brings up 3rd down.
Big 3rd down here for Lincoln. They have a chance to get off the field with at least semi-decent field position. Otherwise, it's going to start to spiral downhill for them. This is huge. Watch top of the screen.
Nickel look here out of Lincoln. Quick drop here from attack. Slant pattern, middle, caught. Again behind the defense. Sam Harrison has been finding and weaseling his way into open field all night tonight. Comes up with another catch and another Adam 1st down.
Sam Harrison's going to be one of those plug-and-play dudes on this awesome Albuquerque team and staff where, I mean, his draft stock in a couple of months could be through the roof. He keeps playing like he's playing here tonight.
3 catches, 74 yards. Does have that touchdown earlier tonight. Really playing out of his shoes. Quick drop here from attack, looking for a swing pass near side for Slap. Slap trying to spin away from Antoine Joe, the corner. Only muster 3 yards as Joe is a sure tackler. And he's only able to get up to the 24-yard line.
It's the little things from Patak. He had pressure up front. He just shuffles his feet, maybe just 2 steps backwards. No panic, all calm. Delivers a football for 3 yards. That's a winning play.
He'll look to throw this time, a 5-step drop over the middle into coverage. Batted and picked out by Joe. Antoine Joe, his first career interception, and in a nick of time, too.
That's a losing play, Tyler. We go from one extreme to the next as Joe, maybe not your average here on this beautiful job of concentration down the field near the goal line. Want to make sure you don't run backwards, get a safety, anything like that. Avoids any kind of negative play there. And Antoine Joe, with his first career pick, gives new life for Lincoln.
First game, you always want to try and make an impact, and none bigger than an interception. Congratulations to Joe. 4 wide here for Sliders. He's got Logan Lee for company in that backfield. From his own 12-yard line, has to get rid of it near side. That is, it's dropped! Had a man down the field. That's the 2nd drop from Mossam King tonight in a crucial spot.
I think Dew may have, it was almost like he knew that he was burned and was actually trying to backpedal and fell over. And I think on his fall, he may have deflected the football. Either way, missed opportunity for Lincoln. Free play.
Free play, offsides, near side. Lee wide open the left-hand side. Decides to cut it out and gain a couple extra yards. They will decline the penalty. Surely it's a gain of about 14.
Yeah, great play call there from Lincoln. He was all by himself.
Officially, we get word that the infraction will go on Evan Miller, the rookie here for the Albuquerque defense, the only rookie for this Albuquerque defense on the line.
So Lincoln got a little bit of momentum now after the interception, and then Albuquerque jumps offside. They're getting a little antsy. You could feel the Adams are trying to take over this game and put it away. Lincoln not giving it to him easy.
3 wide, slider to throw, looking near side, caught, turning upfield. Had a little bit of space, and that's all Githis would need. He picks up another 1st down.
Jadoobie-Doo with the poor reaction time there. Gives up the outside to Githis. If you're a corner playing the numbers, you cannot give up that sideline, which he did, and it resulted in a 1st down.
A With this 4 wide receiver set, they will run it up the middle in the shotgun formation, nothing doing, but with Logan Lee's speed, we might see that play again because with how underdeveloped the rookies are, it has to be said, in just all facets, that extra speed from Lee might prove fatal in that shotgun running set.
So far, so good for the Adams defense, despite being lesser than in the interior. They've really done a nice job in between the tackles.
High formation, they go a counter near side, gets an extra block. Logan Lee tried to spin out a 1, but sure, tackling from Alex Marshall, but it's another first down here for Lincoln.
Alex Marshall is ready to go tonight. That was a brilliant open field tackle. The pulling guard took a little bit to get out there, but eventually the defender was cleared out. That was Taylor Noel, 6'6", 295, lugging his big behind out there to get that block.
Another run here for Lee. Nice spin move to the interior. That'll pick up a couple extra. He gains all his way across midfield to the 47 of Albuquerque.
Lee's vision looks pretty sharp tonight, getting what he can inside, but now starting to realize once he can get past that front 4, he's got some open space to make some moves.
2 tight end look here as Lincoln go into the I formation. Second and short. They'll try an ISO up the middle, and Lee trying to fight off DeGel Creek and company up the middle. Gains about a yard as we'll now approach 3rd down.
3rd and 2, I'd like to see him get Lee involved again on the outside. He's had some space. They've run it to him a few times. Maybe an opportunity to catch Albuquerque napping.
7 men in the box. They'll try and run again, this time to the weak side of the defense. Lee,
oh!
in trouble. He spins forward. Lee with the 4th first down for Lincoln on the drive.
That was just stupid. Logan Lee, that was an incredible play in the backfield. He was dead to rights and pushes the pile forward. Al Ingram the third, get back to the weight room. That was impressive.
Outstanding individual effort to convert on 3rd down. This time he gets taken out by his kneecaps. He springs up rather quickly after that kind of hit. That looked a little scary.
Yeah, time to get Kenny Slider into the air with John Fullerton. Lee's gassed.
2nd and 10. After the run for no gain on 1st down, Adams will play bump coverage right up on the line. Bless you, Cam. Counter near side, Lee. Nice spin move, a couple extra blocks. Lee is gone! Logan Lee's first touchdown for Lincoln in season 7.
Lee just exercising his own demons, as am I. You know, Tyler, I'm a pro. I can mute my mic and people don't have to hear me sneeze, but thanks for telling me that I had a fit there. Logan Lee, what a move. And look at the cutback inside, finding blockers down the field. Just absolutely impressive. You could tell on that drive he was starting to find some confidence, building some confidence in this interior. Early on, he looked a little unsure because Albuquerque's scheme is very good coming out, but Lee is starting to figure out there's opportunities, and he just exploited them on that play.
Head coach Chris Britton voicing his approval. Mama, there goes that man. And Logan Lee. And the kick is up and good from Jordan Shaw. It is now back to a 4-point ball game. 14-10, your score here in New Mexico. The SFL semifinals take center stage tomorrow with Season 20's Final Four. First at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. The league's top seed this season, the Atlanta Swarm, will host defending champion Baltimore on Next Level Sports. Then, at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube, the Arizona Scorpions face off against the Fort Worth Toros. Who is going to the championship? Find out tomorrow night in the semis.
You know, Tyler, I know that the home teams usually win in the playoffs, but this particular instance reminds me of a season, I believe it was season 15, where you had the top 2 seeds. It was the top 4 teams in the playoffs in the semis. The top 2 lost at home. Baltimore, the 4 seed, went to Sioux Falls, the 3 seed, and won it all, and that kind of started their dynasty. They're back in the 4 spot. Atlanta better be careful.
Oh, it's going to be ruled a fumble. Fumble, ball's loose on the turf, and the Adams recover. Oh, quick thinking from the Adams to jump on that loose ball, but I think it might have been a pass. I'm really interested to see what happened.
Yeah, on his way down, it almost like he threw it into the grass, but it definitely looked like a forward pass. Albuquerque going to challenge just to get some yards back so they don't have to be behind the sticks.
Head coach for the Adams, Joshua Williams, throws his challenge flag. So we'll go under the hood with our C2 for the first time tonight and take another look at that play.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's like basically a spike. I would be shocked if they don't get some yards back here.
Well, here comes our 62 with the call. And it will be ruled a pass. So there will be no loss of yards. It'll be 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Our 62, I think, partner, I think he got that one right.
Yeah, you know, every squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
So much love-hate for R62, even from the SFL commissioner. 3 wide receivers in a split back set here for Albuquerque. Here now on 2nd down. 2-step drop here from attack pass middle. And there he is again. Nice little pitch and catch for Sam Harrison to pick up an Adam first down.
Lincoln, at least so far, does not have an answer for Harrison going over the middle of the field. What's happening is that the safeties are vacating and they're leaving just a lone linebacker in there to cover this giant zone in the middle of the field. That's Jason Clay. I mean, what is he supposed to do, especially when Albuquerque gets a couple of players inside those hash marks? Lincoln's going to have to adjust.
Looking to try and stack the box here. Tack has to throw off his back foot. He finds Slap, but Slap will trot out of bounds 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
Man, don't you hate that? You got so much field in front of you, but Ty a little bit off with his throw. Kind of airmailed it just a touch, throwing off that back foot, not setting his feet. That's the difference between an 8-yard gain and a 2-yard loss.
Finally, a touchdown in Annapolis. However, it's the away side, Madison, who got the last score. It's now 7-3 over there, and Slap again going to go backward. He's going to lose 2 more, but this time he's ushered out of bounds by the Lincoln Rattlesnakes.
Lincoln's playing with confidence. Their leader, Logan Lee, just had that terrific drive, came over to the sidelines, hyped up his defense, got him going, says, hey, if you give me another shot, we could potentially take the lead going into the half, turn this game on its head. Their defense playing inspired, but watch that middle of the field on 3rd and long.
Pretty long 3rd down, 3rd and 14. Patak going to have to air it out. Middle, fumbled, and picked over the middle. And the Lincoln Rattlesnakes have their 2nd pick of the game, and it's the 2-way player out of Las Vegas, Luke Swift.
Swifty taking advantage of just a dropped pass. I mean, the Adams once again have a receiver open in the middle of the field, but this time not Ty's fault. It's just unfortunate for Albuquerque. Lincoln's got life.
That last pass, definitely not Zach's fault. The last one, a little bit into coverage, but I don't think he has anything to really shake his head about that one. Deep drop here from Slider, and Slider is speared 3 yards behind the line as the Adams get home. It's Moses Marksman with a sniper shot to the quarterback.
Going back to that Madison game for a sec, they just lost their 2nd defender of the night. They had the long bomb after only 74 yards of offense in the first half. They are hanging tough, but Annapolis is really beating them up here to start season 7.
2 games, 2 4-point differentials between 2 different teams. Pass left side. This one will find Lee. He gets upfield to gain 2 of the yards lost on the sack. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, this is going to be Kenny Slider's time to do something. I think it's important for Slider not to throw an interception here. Lincoln has the momentum towards the end of this first half. An interception could flip that. You just want to get some yards. If somebody's open down the field, hit him, but otherwise take the safe route.
Four-man rush. Here comes Slider, and as I say it, Slider goes down. It's Tim House, his second sack of the night.
Tim House crushing it. Whose house? Albuquerque's house.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a punt from Lincoln when we return. You're watching the SFL Minor League on YouTube. 14-10 ball game here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thanks for joining us, Tyler Falk, alongside the SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine. You're in the booth. Glad to have your company here on this Friday evening, May the 5th. On the return, here comes Mr. Wood, and Wood is able to get up to the 26-yard line. The 2-minute drill territory upcoming for the Albuquerque Adams. The SFL convention is coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, July 28th through the 30th for Season 21's kickoff weekend. For room reservation details and the weekend schedule, see the Convention Alerts channel in the SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast, and some, if not most, have already sold out. Reserve your special group rate tonight. We will see you there. Attacking a throw, trying to fend off some demons, and he connects near side with his intended target. That's Joe Idle. And that picks up 5.
You know, your Ohio doesn't have the same gusto as your Minnesota. We're
No,
going
I don't.
to have to bring the convention to Minnesota just so I can hear you say it.
Please do. I would be all in favor of that. How much do I have to pay to get a convention in Minnesota? I probably think about it. Hand up the middle, goes slap, gains about 4. Brings up 3rd and 1 in a 2-minute drill situation. The defense has to get back on their side. Attack being courteous and letting them do so. Another run up the middle for Slap. Slap spins and gets pushed forward to the turf, getting his yards up to the 40-yard line. First down, minute to go here in the first half. This time they try a stretch play near side, but Slap spins the interior and loses a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They got to get out of this formation.
Yeah, it's been a rough first half for no huddle for the Adams.
And off near side, cuts it back inside and is taken down by Antoine Joe. After a short pickup, they call a timeout to reset themselves.
Another crucial 3rd down here, right about that midfield mark, Tyler. In the last drive, Albuquerque was able to convert, but Joe ended up getting an interception for Lincoln. 44 seconds left, plenty of time. See what happens.
This latter part of the second quarter has been all Lincoln as the Adams try to do something about another run, and it's going nowhere. Jason Clay with the takedown, as now the Adams will try and milk the rest of the clock. There is about a half a second between game and play clock, which means we might go to the halftime, partner. So as the Adams come up for a punt, I know it's a quick, short halftime break here on the second game. So walk us through this first half and what are you looking for in the second?
Yeah, I think there on that last play, somebody got in the ear of Type Attack and says, look, we got to do some fixing on this offense. Just please hand it off so we can get to the locker room because we're not liking what we're seeing. You know, overall, I mean, Albuquerque has scored touchdowns on 2 huge plays in this game. Other than that, Lincoln has won the game. They have a red zone interception. They have a solid drive for a touchdown. Logan Lee's been the best player on the field, but they're down 4. So if you're Lincoln, you got to feel pretty good about where you're at right now, but at the same time, it's got to be pretty frustrating to be down 4 after a pretty solid first half on the road.
What second half adjustments will both these two teams make? 14-10. Adams with the lead. They will get the ball to start the second half here at home in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Tyler Falk and the SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine with you on the call tonight, folks. Thanks for joining us. Hit that like button, leave us a comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, as the Adams will return the opening second half kickoff, and trying to bounce it out to the left-hand side is Bob Wood. He gets it back out to about the 26, maybe the 23-yard line. That is where the Adams will start their next possession here in the ball game, their first of the second half.
It's a good tie, airing the ball down the field outside the numbers again. I mean, they haven't really done a whole lot of it tonight, but it's been pretty successful. Sam Harrison was the MVP of that first half. He was terrific. We'll see how they've adjusted this off. Oh, and Lincoln. Got to watch the ball,
Really?
man. That was crazy.
Really jumpy. I mean, Patak just making a change up the line, not even doing a false snap or anything. And they just completely jump offside. Luke Swift gets caught tagged with the unnecessary infraction.
That's crazy. A strong safety. What are you doing that close to the line? Kind of reminds me of me just casually walking around my house and then all of a sudden, like, stumbling and falling, and I feel like I have some kind of, I don't know, imbalance. It's ridiculous, right? It shouldn't ever happen to a person, but it happened to Luke Swift there. He just kind of stumbled onto the Albuquerque center.
Please don't tell me that's exactly what happened after I had left SFL headquarters. That'd not be fun. Pass left side, caught, first down as Idle shoves the man into the turf after going out of bounds.
Oh, I run into walls all the time, Tyler. It's called cutting the corner too short. I don't know why I do it, but yeah, my shoulders have paid the price over the years. Gotta adjust the axles on my. Maybe I should put some lines down in my home. Make sure I'm staying in the lane.
To turn your house into a racetrack. Interesting. 1st and 10, stretch play near side. Slap, spinning upfield. Flag is down. For now, it's a 5-yard pickup. I'm pretty interested to hear what R62 has to say.
This may be coming back. Ooh, and it's a big one, too, blocking the back.
That is not what you'd like to see if you're an Albuquerque Adam fan. This first half didn't end the way you'd like it to. But fortunately, that's going to be Moose Mitchell with the block in the back. That'll set him back about 10.
May even be more than that, depending upon what they're going to give him 1st and 19. So you're right, Tyler. Set him back 9 yards, and they'll go back to the formation they struggled with at the end of the first half.
Line shifts over in the direction of the 2 fullbacks as they will try and run a stretch play. Adams, left side, good blocking, slap with a nice spin move. How about that? 1st and 19, now it's 2nd and 6. Good 13-yard run from Slap.
If Lincoln comes back and wins this game, they're going to be thanking Dimitri Monzuma for chasing down Slap. That is not an easy thing to do. Look, he just comes out of nowhere, and because the defender slowed down, Slap had to have him adjust and make a move. Monzuma, like a banshee behind him, man, comes in flying in to make that play. It's shocking that went only for 13 yards.
2 DBs stacked up on the near side of the line. Slap gets the call again as one of those DBs peels off. That's Tino Sosa in their rookie season, tag teaming along with the aforementioned Monzuma for a short yardage pickup.
Just the simple fact that Lincoln is hanging with Albuquerque tonight, I think, is probably exceeding expectations around the league. Of course, Albuquerque lost some talent in the draft just like everybody else, but they're still the defending champs for a reason.
3rd and 5, I formation, Patak to throw, looking near side, caught, but 3 yards short. Bob Woodhull's in at the 42.
Logan Lee's going to get a chance here for the Rattlesnakes, and they're trying to do something, Tyler, that no one's done for over 2 seasons, win in this building.
Tacoma was the last team to win. That was a 20-7 victory for the Grizzlies back in week 3 of season 5 as the punt is away from Ralph Bennington. Back deep to return is Griffiths. He will try and make a return, gets all the way up to the 21-yard line and no further. This summer, for the first time ever, you can play the SFL video game on the go, thanks to Retroid Pocket and the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23. Pre-order your Retroid today at GoRetroid.com. Search SFL or through the all-new league website at SimulationFL.net. And off Lee right side, they'll actually say he lost a yard, but it won't really do a whole much of a damper. He's averaging about 5.3 yards per carry.
My Retroid has a tracker on it, Tyler. It will be here, if you can believe this, the day of the championship game. How cool is that? I can't wait to show it off on national TV in the big game.
Go from one era to another. Pass over the middle. That is caught. Picks up 5 for the Rattlesnakes to the 25-yard line. That is Torrey Perry, the tight end.
Haven't seen a lot of third and mediums here tonight for Lincoln. Be interesting to see what they come out with and what they show. They were pretty Logan Lee-centric in the second quarter, but Slider's known to sling it.
You're right. No middle way third downs, either extremely long or extremely short. Pressure coming. Slider has to get rid of it, and he does just in time as Luis Quintana gets home with the pressure, and it's a quick 3 and out for the Adam defense.
Now, that's not what Lincoln was looking for, but they bounced back plenty of times tonight. Their defense has been strong. Just got to go back out there and get back to work. Wait for something to happen.
So here is Frank Gussie back to punt. Had a pretty decent one earlier in the ball game. This one looks like it might be as good as that one, all the way to the 40-yard line as the Rattlesnakes contain Bob Wood at the 42-yard line. That is where the special teams of Lincoln will just hold up their hands in the air and say it's time for our defense to do our job and try and stop this Adams offense once more.
Let's go.
All right, type attack. You've been throwing a bunch of short stuff. Stay patient in the pocket. Let a route develop down the field, and let's see if he can get the offense moving more than 3 or 4 yards at a time.
Outside DBs are really respecting that deep ball, trying to be off a little bit of the deep offense, but they let the running game with Slap on the near side. That's the double-edged sword. You play off to respect the deep ball, but you give up the big run.
Free safety Vernon Brothers has to come all the way from the opposite end of the field to make the tackle on Slap, and you're right. They were looking for that, and Josh Slap had all sorts of room on the outside. When your safety's got to run from all the way on the other side of the field to make a play past the sticks, you know you've done something wrong.
Empty backfield, 4 wide out look here on 1st and 10. 7-step drop. Snapping up in the pocket. What a throw! Wide open, Joino! There's the deep ball. There's an Adams touchdown, and he moves Antoine Joe in the process.
Dang, Ty. Don't do him like that. Oh, my gosh. Stepping up in the pocket just rips it. That is absolutely beautiful. And Antoine Joe had the pick earlier tonight. Ends up getting mossed in a number of ways on that play.
He has a scrambler for a reason. He can make those kind of plays. He does it again. 2nd touchdown pass of the night. Idle's first of his career in reception TDs. And here comes Humphreys to try and tack home a 3rd extra point. Snap, spot kick is up. It is good. 21-10. Lincoln back in that 11-point hole. The 20th SFL Championship is almost here. Join Chris Curtis, Mike St. Green, Paul Sarp, that man, Cameron Irvine, and yours truly, Tyler Falk. Next Friday, a week from today, May 12th at 8 p.m. Eastern on SFL YouTube. And catch the replay next Saturday, May 13th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Next Level Sports. A celebration of 20 seasons and 10 years of SFL football on All Pro Football 2K8. You won't want to miss it.
And it's worth noting, as we have another touchdown in the other game, we'll get to it in a minute, but it's worth noting, Tyler, that next week, the minor leagues, week 2, you don't have to wait long, is Wednesday night. Wednesday night is week 2 of SFLm. All 8 teams will be in action with that championship game on Friday. And the SFL HQ hosting Chris Curtis and Skippy Curtis. That's a fumble, but it's going to be recovered. So hosting on Thursday night. So we've got minor league on Wednesday night. Super busy week around the SFL next week. So don't miss that SFLm action just here in 5 days.
Lots of SFL and SFLm action to look forward to. Of course, semis tomorrow. SFLm back Wednesday. Championship Friday. It's going to be pretty hectic for you at SFL headquarters. Freeman, pass right side. Oh my goodness, Slider has been in a whole lot of trouble tonight with this pass rush.
Yeah, the stunts are really killing Lincoln up front. And they just, Lincoln has had to drive on the Adams defense 8, 9, 10 plays, but consistently tonight, when they've started with poor field position and behind the sticks, they have been unable to get out of this jam.
And another 3rd and long upcoming, 3rd and 12. Slider to throw. Pressure from the outside coming. Pass. Oh, what a pass! Put it through the eye of a needle, and Mossum King lives up to his name that time.
I don't even want to talk. Look at that. Oh, that is worth the sound of silence. That was just terrific from Kenny Slider there. Timothy Mossum King, which gets my award for best name so far that I've seen in SFLm, makes just a tremendous catch, but what a pretty ball from Kenny.
I mean, the cornerback in that play, Jadooby-Doo, has mine for one of the best names I've seen. Hand up the middle, Lee goes nowhere. Stopped by Luis Quintana.
Ty makes a good point in the chat. 6'6" versus 5'10" on that matchup. Timothy going to be a problem on the outside for a lot of teams for years to come. But here Lincoln is again on 2nd and long. They have failed to deliver on 1st down much of the night.
High formation, 3 wide, handoff up the middle. Lee trying to fight his way through defenders like he was able to in the first half, but not this time. He's taken down by Jesus Smith. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Another 3rd and long. Kenny Slider able to work some magic on that last drive, but man, so much pressure on this offense late on the sticks. Can he deliver once more?
Slider is going to be forced to throw again. 4 wide receivers for his choosing. Who will he pick? He looks over the middle, wide open receiver. That's a Lincoln 1st down. That's a little bit of an easier pass he's had to make all night, Cam.
An easy pass, but not necessarily an easy read with all that defensive pressure that Slider has faced throughout the night. I can assure you he was feeling some goosebumps there, waiting for that pass rush to get home. But Caleb Giffis makes it simple right over the middle.
Deep end of the box, heavy on the left side of the offensive line, and the Rattlesnakes try to go the other way, but nothing doing. Quintana with a 2-yard tackle behind the line.
They just have no momentum, Tyler. I mean, they've twice now they've converted on 3rd and long, and then they come out the very next play and run the ball for either no gain or a loss. They're not able to sustain anything with Slider in this passing game doing that.
Quick drop. This one, a dump off over the middle. Fullerton caught it. That's a nice pitch and catch to gain some yards and get him closer here on 3rd down. Be the third down of the drive. Will it be the 3rd first down of the drive, Cam?
Man, I told you, Hackers got the. I mean, Fullerton disappeared from this game for like 40 minutes. I'm telling you, Steven's everywhere. Making sure his players stay healthy for that big game tomorrow.
Play action, Slider, deep shot, middle open, behind the defense. Here goes Mossum King, his 1st touchdown of his career, and he will strut his stuff in the end zone to the displeasure of the Albuquerque faithful.
That play was made on 2nd down because they stayed out of 3rd and long. Kenny Slider was able to play fake to Logan Lee, getting Mossum King open down the field with peering eyes into the backfield from Albuquerque's Melodius Manning, and Lincoln breathes a huge sigh of relief on a 9-play drive that was about as unconventional as you can get on 3 3rd down conversions after fumbling through the early series of downs. And Lincoln, boy, they are hanging around. This has turned into a good one.
So they've gone for the 2nd time back by 11 points. They again cut it back to within 4 with this extra point. 21-17 your score line here as the Rattlesnakes needed some more help from the other side of the football just to keep it close. Liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year, There is no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. I'm going to have a plus add read onto this one, Cam. Thanks to Victor's Valiant for helping everybody catch up with everything that has happened the last couple of seasons with his highlight packages.
Oh, man, he's a godsend, and he's such a great guy, too. Really works with the league well, has been very complimentary of our operation, and we are so happy to be partners with Victor's Valiant. He does some amazing work.
And slap up the middle. Only a 2-yard pickup. You can check out all those highlights right here on SFL YouTube. Go ahead and just search through the highlights playlist for season 20, season 19. To take in maybe some stuff you've missed over the last couple of seasons, thanks to Victor's Valiant.
2 minutes.
Go ahead, Cam. Sorry.
I was going to say 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter over in Annapolis. Don't leave us. Just open up another tab. Madison's up 14-10. They got a big third down coming up. That's been a good one.
That game's gone back and forth. At one point, it was Annapolis 3-0 at halftime. It went to 7-3, then 10-7. Now at that current score line. So no one's really taken control in that ball game. Well, Albuquerque's just been playing. We got to stay at least 4 points ahead of these guys at the moment. 3rd and 6 now here for the aforementioned Adams. Attack going to look to throw middle into coverage. Incomplete. He was looking for the wide receiver. He was looking for Idle. Nothing doing. In the Lincoln defense comes up big in the clutch. It's a quick 3 and out.
Yeah, Albuquerque looking just a little flat. I think they were even a little surprised that Kenny Slider and that play action game worked on 3rd down. And they're a little shell-shocked at the moment, feeling themselves much of the night, as they should be as defending champs. But Lincoln, they look good, much improved from last season.
Comes the return here from Giffis, and he gets up to the 41 and no further. So Lincoln, Logan Lee, Kenny Slider, Fullerton, Mossam King, Giffis, Vontae Richardson all now have a shot to try and take their first lead of the ball game. They will start with a 3 wide receiver look with a tight end on the line. It'll be a free play. One of the defensive tackles jumped offside. Pass middle, caught behind the first wave of defenders, and that will get to about the 35-yard line. Fullerton, well, he was out of the game for a while, Cam, as we mentioned. Hacker playing his part, but he's showing up big here late on in the 3rd quarter.
We'll decline that penalty. Another play down the field for Lincoln's offense, and what that's going to do is it's going to open up Logan Lee. Just you watch. He's not done tonight either, as the pass game now setting up the run for the Rattlesnakes.
Speaking of the Rattlesnakes, add an extra DB on the field to try and contain the pass. But as you mentioned, Logan Lee off to the races near side. There goes Logan Lee. Logan Lee, touchdown, Lincoln. They take the lead late on in the 3rd quarter.
You know, sometimes, Tyler, players can just be on another level. Right now, whoever's calling plays for Lincoln, man, they are really feeling it right now. I mean, that was the perfect play call. They have the defending champs on their heels. This is a stunner. Lincoln on the road in the toughest assignment of the week now has the lead in the 3rd quarter. Unbelievable.
Tipping our caps here in the booth to offensive coordinator Mac Chima and head coach Chris Britton had the exact estimation of Albuquerque's defense. They take their first lead of season 7. 2:14 left to go in the 3rd quarter, 23-21. Extra point is low snap, but the kick is up from Shaw, and good. 3-point lead, Lincoln 24-21.
Man, we have all sorts of action going on in SFLm tonight after dark. This has been a terrific opening night across the league. One of my favorite things about the SFLm, Tyler, is just all of the injection of youth, all these up-and-coming coaches, all of these guys that want to see great stuff happen. Mac Chima, Chris Britton, Mike All. You've got the Atlanta bunch in Albuquerque that has continued to improve and contribute in major ways to the #1 Atlanta Swarm. You've got Annapolis being coached by Drew Riley, who has just taken the lead in the final stages against Madison. I love this league and the development of new rising stars on and off the field.
It's because there's not a whole lot of established presence. Maybe a couple. Nice deflection, trying to make me mince my words on the near sideline. Hamburger comes up with a crucial deflection on first down.
Yeah, Albuquerque has to find a way to snap themselves out of this. And honestly, Tyler, I would say it's been about the big play. You've been able to expose Lincoln deep down the field. That has been what has consistently worked. I would stick with the gunslinger route until the cows come home.
Saw Attack make a couple of good throws. Did he make another one? He tried to step up and run for it, but he's taken down. He felt the pressure, tried to do his best, but Brookie Burr comes up with his first career sack.
Brookie Burr making me hungry. Give me a Brookie, man. Somebody in the press box got to deliver something here, man. I'm hungry.
These long nights, they get to you, don't they, Mr. Commissioner?
Well, and I'm thinking about that dessert you had at Chili's the other night. Yeah, it's all about it.
Deep shot! But this time, Lincoln's alive to it. Brothers among others there to bring it down. Second deflection on the short drive. On back-to-back 3-and-outs here for the Adams offense.
Lincoln is swarming. They are everywhere. Antoine Joe, you think he took it personally that he got mooned in the first half? I mean, that guy has played pretty terrific most of the night, and Lincoln now with all the momentum here on the road.
Michael Neal, you have to be a little bit more specific. These are all fresh players to our roster. If we're butchering a name here in the booth, or if we're getting a pronoun wrong, please let us know so that we can make the adjustments and call your name correctly and call you who you are as the punt is on its way. Fair catch called for and hauled in by Griffiths at his own 42-yard line. Offense will retake the field to try and extend this lead here for Lincoln.
So did I hear right? Brookie Burr is a her. Is that what I'm getting?
I think we're trying to get confirmation from Mike O'Neill. Mike, if you want to help us out with that, maybe leave us a DM or something, but any help would be awesome. Power Eye here, meanwhile, 1st and 10. Pass is out to the fullback, McCool, but McCool goes nowhere, showing his little bit of rust as he tries to knock that off. Smith comes up with a stop behind the line.
If Brookie's who I think she is, she has excellent taste in music and also got a takedown tonight.
But back to Brookie's here in a second. Well, meanwhile, 2nd and 12. 5-step drop here from Slider. Pressure coming. He floated it, and the ball was up in the air for quite a while, but Marksman there again with the pressure.
3rd and long again for Slider, but what turned out to be, or what was a negative for Lincoln has turned into a positive. Kenny Slider's been dialing it up on 3rd down this entire 3rd quarter out of this gun quads look. Let's see what he can do this time.
Shotgun look 4 wide. Slider to throw on 3rd down. Looking near side corner. Caught and stumbling out of bounds is Fullerton. This 3rd quarter is John Fullerton territory.
Man, these throws are just crazy from Slider. Not the greatest coverage there, but the presence of mind for Fullerton. Look at him. He's staring at the football and simultaneously staring at the white chalk on the sideline. More brilliance for Lincoln on 3rd down. 4 of their last 4 3rd down conversions.
Down marker flips back to 1. Here on the Albuquerque side of the field. Last knockings of the third quarter. Handoff from the Guns. And Lee going nowhere. Loses 2 yards again. That's the common sight, actually, on first down for Lincoln. It's losing 2 yards on
It's
first down.
A-okay, Tyler. Let's just pop up kick our feet up in a recliner and wait for third down, because that's where the magic's been happening in this third for the Rattlesnakes.
And we are getting confirmation. Brookie Burr is indeed female. We will add that to our notes. Thank you, everybody. Deep drop blitz coming. Slider looking right side. And great deflection. Oh, we got a pop up there in the nick of time. Oh, Ingram the third.
All right, Tyler, I'm ready to rock. 3rd and 12. Let's make it happen. This has been crazy here in the third quarter for Lincoln. I don't know that I've ever seen a quarterback convert 4 for 4 on 3rd and 8+ in 1 quarter of play, and they're going to go same formation. They have been crushing Albuquerque in the third. Let's see what Slider's got.
4 wide. Here for the Rattlesnakes. 3-man rush. Pass right side. He did it again! With a second to go, Mossum King hauls it in.
That's just filthy. Kenny Slider's on another level right now.
Take a look at this pass. Just perfect.
I think he got
Mossum King.
I think he got it.
Whoa. Now that angle wasn't good on the sideline. But Mossum King, does he have ballerina feet? R62 will go under the hood, and so shall we. For a little bit of a replay.
Okay.
That wasn't a good look either.
First initial reaction was that he got the toe in.
Albuquerque's already won 1 challenge. They're going to win another challenge tonight, and that will negate the impeccable third quarter, third down spree for Lincoln. It'll be 4th down from the 48. Lincoln will punt.
That's a tough one, especially because we didn't get a good angle on it at the end of that play, but a big break for the Adams. They get a bonus challenge now.
Punt is good. Here comes Wood on the return. He stopped up at the 16. That is where the offense will take over here to begin the 4th quarter, as we do reach the 4th quarter here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where the defending champion Adams are down by 3, 24-21, Lincoln in front. You're watching the SFL Minor League right here on YouTube. Over to Curtis for our league rights.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you, Curtis. I'm Tyler Falk. He's Cameron Irvine, the SFL Commissioner. This is Week 1, opening weekend of the 7th season of the SFL Minor League. This is at the Albuquerque Adams, the 3-time all-time, 2-time defending champions, taking on the Lincoln Rattlesnakes. It's 24-21 Lincoln, and we start off quarter number 4 with a run by Slap near side. He picks up just a yard.
Annapolis holds on. They go on a game-winning drive, and then they stop Madison deep in Annapolis territory with a Will Stern interception. The Navigators start 1-0, 17-14 over Madison.
All right, good blocking, and Slap tried to figure out a way to get maybe an extra blocking, but he picks up a few more yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 4, which they have struggled on their last 2 possessions at least.
Yeah, I think we've been so focused on Lincoln's great third downs, we haven't really been talking about Albuquerque's struggles on offense. Look at the top of the screen. A lot of space there to get an out route.
Wide receivers in the direction. They will not run an out route that side. They run a near side, but it works just the same. It is called in by Idle. That's a 1st down for Albuquerque.
Idle's been a key component to this offense as the Adams try to find their identity here early on in this season. Trying to avoid an upset. The fans have been on their hands a little bit in the second half. They'd love to give them something to cheer about.
8 men in the box try and counter this power eye look here from the Adams. They'll try and run near side with Slap. Slap is all gobbled up He does find a way for about 2 yards, but is contained by Monzuma with another. Only a 2-yard pickup for Slap.
Monzuma's a solid prospect. He has been really good tonight at essentially just finding Slap. He's a good run stopper, and anybody trying to stop big rushing attacks in season 21, you can look his way.
He's got a big body to boot, 6'4", 256, as Patak looks right side. That is hauled in and blasted as the fullback, Gladwin Sky, on the swing pass. Gets all the way up to a yard shy of the line to gain, but pays for it dearly.
Hamburger bringing the beef on this play. Oh, my gosh. They just crushed him. That forces another third down. Hamburger now slashing throats, feeling himself.
Coverage backs off. We saw what happened last time. They tried backed off on this coverage. They ran it for a good gain of about 10. They try and throw over the middle. This is caught with plenty of room to rumble. It's hashtag throw it to the tight end. Thomas Leclerc, Mr. Canadian, with the first down.
Nice throw there from Ty. Didn't zip it in there, just put a little loft over it. Got past the linebacker in coverage, and Albuquerque's drive will continue patiently, trying to get this lead back with 8:18 and ticking.
3 wide, split backfield. They run out of this formation before. They do it again. Slap is crunched after picking up a couple yards to the Lincoln 41-yard line. As we want to remind you that 8 p.m. Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. 8 p.m. Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit 8pmmusic.com. Slap is trying to get going, trying to shimmy his way forward time and time again, but can only get back to the line of scrimmage, if that.
Both defensive lines in this game at different points have just been totally dominant, and that time Lincoln literally moving the line of scrimmage backwards. There's nothing Slap can do about that. 3rd and 7, just outside of field goal range.
One man deep back. They're wondering if Albuquerque's going to try and hit him over the top. They try and do so, but it's picked! But reading by Zach Reynolds, the 3rd interception for Patak tonight, as Lincoln turns over the ball and don't have to worry about giving up the lead for now.
Oh, man, Tyler, the 2 receivers got hung up on the route. They kind of ran into each other, miscommunication. Ty's thinking that someone's coming over the middle on a timing route, and there just wasn't anybody there. And that time, Ty sort of anticipated something that wasn't there, and Zach Reynolds is the beneficiary. What a shocker.
Blitz coming. Slider gets rid of it, and it's nearly taken right back by Albuquerque. Incomplete.
Al Ingram, the 3rd, attacking the football, getting up the field. Don't wait for the ball to get there. Go and get the ball. Nice play by Al. Set up a 2nd and 10.
We've seen that earlier where I think Gordon was on Mossam King on the sideline. He actually went for the spot where the ball would have showed up instead of going for the ball like his cohort did on that last play. Brings up 2nd and 10, another I formation here for Lincoln. This time it'll be a traditional run left side. He gets hit by Evan Miller for a loss of 1. And it brings up 3rd and long. And when most teams anywhere in any league have found 3rd and long troubling, Lincoln's found it to be their boon this evening.
This is their 6th, Tyler, of the second half. It's crazy. They are 4 for 5 with 1 technicality foot out of bounds.
Slider under pressure, just dumps it off shore. That's a smart play with the lead. However, it will not bring him the first down. The Adam defense does their job, as Caleb Walker was the recipient of Slider's last pass. And here comes Frank Gussie to punt it away.
Talk about getting up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Caleb Walker makes the play, wasn't too happy about the hit. But I agree with you, Tyler. That's a nice, safe throw. Rely on your defense that has been dominant in this second half.
Gussie not pressured at all, though we've seen plenty of pressure from this defense and special teams all night tonight. The return from Wood. It gets maybe up to the 19-yard line. Not a whole lot on the return. Great coverage by the Lincoln special teams unit. As out comes the Adam offense with 5:55 to go here on month 5, day 5. How about all those fives, Cam? On Cinco de Mayo, no less.
Yeah, that's special right there. That's fate.
I formation here on 5-5-5-5. The swing pass near side for Slap, trying to spin out of the tackle from Antoine Joe. Joe does come up with the tackle after Slap picks up 4 on the swing pass.
Have you been recently hit by an 18-wheeler, Tyler?
Well, if it was here in San Antonio, I would be saying 5. I'd just be remembering one number, and that is 4. Just 4. Mr. Irvine.
Totally is.
And you should all know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
2nd and 6 here for Albuquerque in New Mexico. Short dump off underneath, having to do a lot of it at work out of the right side. Done pretty well as Bob Wood be 3rd in inches here for the Adams. And what a tale of two teams, Cam. Adams have had 3rd in inches, 3rd and short. Out Lincoln, 3rd in a country mile or a tarmac strip for them.
Yeah, what a game. Both teams with amazing plays all night long. Photo finish here.
Goal line eye, run up the middle, Slap spins his way through the defensive line, and will pick up an Adam first down. Now they can continue to control the clock, control their own destiny.
I set the stage earlier, Tyler. James Humphreys, the kicker for Albuquerque, has not had a chance to kick a field goal all night tonight. It could come down to his leg to force overtime.
Well, they need to get to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 25-yard line. All right, near side Slap, and that's the tale of this second half, Cam, is that run game just hasn't been going. Yes, he's close to 150 yards, but most of those yards came in the first quarter.
72 yards on every run combined that wasn't his touchdown run. Lincoln has done a pretty solid job on him when they've been able to contain him, which has been most of the night.
Now under 4 to go. Pressure coming, down goes Patak! It's a loss on the play all the way back to the 29-yard line. They sent the safety, Luke Swift, on the blitz.
This is why he was offside earlier tonight, because he knew he was going to be coming in with an opportunity to get a sack to his name. And anytime a safety has an opportunity to get in there and make a sack, you love to see it. Luke Swift on a defense in Vegas that loves to blitz. He is an expert.
Swifty being Swifty, has an interception, has a sack. And he's a safety, not a D-lineman. Attack now looking near side on 3rd and long. It's caught well short. Only 6 yards for Idle. And maybe too soon to go for it on 4th down. Partner, is this where Albuquerque tries their luck?
Oh, gosh. You know, I think you kick it because you're down 3. If you were down 4, I think you definitely go for it. But Lincoln's offense has been sporadic. Albuquerque's been able to get him on 3rd and long a bunch of times tonight. And at the end of the day, you give your defense one play to make a play, you like your odds.
Well, it will be up to Logan Lee for Lincoln and down to the Adams defense to try and stop them. Lincoln has time on their side, 3:21. All 3 of their timeouts, Albuquerque has all 3 of theirs, have also challenged twice, won twice, do have that 3rd bonus challenge if they need to use it. You can tell the coaching in Albuquerque is strong. They throw 7 men in the box quickly to try and contain Lee, handoff near Scott. Only a yard to gain, a really bang play. That play only took about 2 seconds.
You nailed it, Tyler. They were all selling out for Logan Lee, and that was a really fantastic play call there from Albuquerque. We saw Lincoln use play action to effectiveness by getting 4 or 5 yards on 2nd down. See if they can get to that more manageable 3rd down on this play.
Adams will send 8 to the box. This will be the final play unless something bizarre happens of the 4th quarter. No, we'll have to have one more play, which actually helps out Albuquerque just a little bit. They get a free timeout.
Yeah, and even if Lincoln converts the first down, they would still need another first down in order to ice this thing away. So Albuquerque's got 2 shots at this.
Potential passing situation if Lincoln wants to go for the first down. 3 wide receivers. They will run it. Left side with Lee, nothing doing. Knocked backward for a loss of about a couple as Nigel Creek gets home as we hit the 2-minute warning here in the nitty-gritty. Will Albuquerque lose for the first time in 9 games at home, or will Lincoln take an opener stunning victory? Come back and find out. This is the SFL Minor Leagues kickoff night. Kevin Irvine alongside Tyler Falk here in the booth. Go ahead, Cam.
Not surprised they ran it there, Tyler, because your defense has been playing outstanding. You don't want to throw the game away or give them any signs of life. Oh, they're going.
It's safely away from Gussie there, and Wood going to try and make a return, but corralled really sharply. All right, Cam, minute 52 to go. Albuquerque has not been good in hurry-up situations so far tonight, though this is a must-passing situation, and we've seen Patak throw a couple of impeccable passes tonight.
Yeah, middle of the field is your best bet, Sam Harrison. Although they have had the fade successful, Sam Harrison is to the top of the screen, but Lincoln has been shading on that deep route. I expect to see Ty take some short middle throws here.
1st and 10, 5-step drop, looking deep to start off the ball game, and then he's caught in double coverage across midfield. Joe Idol idolizing himself and memorializing himself with the Adam Faithful.
I literally shook my head, Tyler, at disgust of them going deep, and Idol makes a tremendous jump ball play.
Quick drop now on 1st and 10 after the quick hitter. There's Slap on the right-hand side, tackled inbounds at the 43-yard line.
Boy, that's great hustle from Lincoln to keep him from going out of bounds and make this interesting. Still 3 timeouts. You would like to get Humphreys, who's a new kicker. You want to get him comfortably to about the 25-yard line. They need about 18 yards in a minute here.
Power ice set. Under a minute to go, trying to run. It hasn't worked a whole lot tonight.
Oh.
And they're going to go into the hurry-up of this formation. The one formation that has killed him in the hurry-up tonight.
And Lincoln's playing some gamesmanship here, wasting time.
Try and run again near side. He's tackled again at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 5. Albuquerque call a timeout. It's all come down to this.
Man, the Adams have been killed by untimely no huddles in this game. Lincoln holding on. You can feel it on their sideline. They're ready to pull an upset. Watch Sam Harrison, top of the screen, Idol's bottom of the screen right now.
Close bump coverage. Can they get behind the defenders? 4th and 5. 41 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Attack. Left, right side, deflected, incomplete. Tino Sosa with the deflection, and that is your ball game.
Unbelievable. I'm stunned, Tyler. They pulled it off. Albuquerque had 3 or 4 chances here in this 4th quarter as their defense clamped down on Logan Lee and made him a non-factor, forced Kenny Slider into these 3rd and long situations, and it still wasn't enough. Ty Patak just did not have the cohesiveness with his receivers. Albuquerque is going to be a championship contender once again. There's no doubt about that, but they're gonna have to find some consistency offensively. That was not it. They're down the stretch. What a performance by the Lincoln Rattlesnakes. They looked down and out early. They were down 14-3, Tyler, and they came back from that on banner night. Incredible.
The first block of games, Ottawa, Tacoma, San Jose, Lexington, went the way of the people on who you got. But this second block provided us with some spark. Yes, Madison and Annapolis took a while to get going. And yes, Lincoln had to come all the way back, down by 11, twice but they get it done. A tremendous third quarter from Slider and Lee to put them ahead, and the defense shows out late to come up with the biggest upset in SFLm in 2 seasons. The Rattlesnakes get it done on the road. Final score when the clock hits triple zeros, 24-21. Lincoln has come on the road and taken an impressive come-from-behind victory. And yes, you can call it a comeback.
Man, what a monster game. What a monster win for Lincoln, setting the stage for their season and setting the stage, Tyler, for this is going to be the most exciting minor league season in a long time. These are all 8 teams tonight showed flashes of brilliance. I can't wait to see how this season turns out, because from top to bottom, this league looks pretty great.
So many names we have introduced tonight, so many faces and players and people to watch, and we just got a taste of it. There's 7 more weeks of the regular season to go, and don't mention playoffs, which add a whole new spice to everything. And new this season, Cam, Mike O'Neill is going to be running an SFLm Combine right before the draft as we transition out of this era of the SFL and SFLm from All Pro Football. That I got to go back to that move from Idle there. What pizzazz to put it onto Antoine Joe there after his touchdown. But it was all Lincoln after that. A couple of big scores. Logan Lee gets the go-ahead touchdown for the Rattlesnakes, and they just wouldn't look back.
That was the play of the night, Tyler. That counter in that moment, in that situation, was just so deadly to Albuquerque, because it meant that you could not possibly predict what Lincoln was going to do next. I still think that's a catch. They're even showing it in the highlight replay, Tyler, but I digress. They didn't need it anyway. I mean, Lincoln just had Albuquerque's defense on their toes that entire third quarter, and that game was won in the fourth quarter. Both teams just trying to hang on and make something happen, but man, just an outstanding job by Lincoln tonight. Albuquerque looks solid, as they always do. They're going to be around. Lincoln may be a rising star in this one.
All right, Cam, you don't have to get to do this, but you get to pick a player of the game tonight. There were so many outstanding plays, outstanding people here tonight. Give us a player of the game quickly.
I think Logan Lee was your leader tonight.
Indeed, it is Logan Lee. 105 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, including the game winner, and 45 receiving yards. For the SFL Commissioner, Cameron Irvine, as my analyst and producer here this evening, I've been Tyler Falk. Thank you so much for joining us. SFL semifinals tomorrow. We'll see you then. Until then, folks, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.